Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karis. I do videos over college, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, and natural hair. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, you might want to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you're notified every time I post a new video. But today I am here to talk to you about everything I wish I personally knew before I became a college athlete. So I released a video last week over the pros and cons of being a student athlete. So today I just wanted to let you know everything that you should kind of keep in mind before you become a student athlete, whether in high school or college. So a little about me. I am a junior at Lincoln Christian University. It's a small Christian university in central Illinois. I actually did not start out there. I transferred from a different school, and a lot of the stuff I'm going to be talking about today actually is something I learned at my first college, mainly because I chose to go to that college more so for volleyball reasons as opposed to college reasons. So I actually learned a lot about being a student athlete and just things I really wished I kept in mind before choosing that school. But now I go to a different school and I'm really enjoying it there. Oh, and lastly, I am a libero. I'm only 5 feet tall, so super short. So I don't ever see the front of the net very often, but yeah, that is about it. And we are just now going to move right into the video. Okay, so the very first thing I wish I knew before I became a college athlete, or honestly, this can relate to even if you are just in high school, it is very, very, very time consuming. So throughout high school, I played volleyball and I was also in a lot of different clubs, and I also played club volleyball, and it's just a lot. But college is just a whole different level of time consuming. My freshman year of college, like I said, I went to a different school and the program was a little bit more competitive, I guess, and more strict. So volleyball did take up a lot of time. And when I say a lot of times, I mean we practiced every day. And I remember my first 4 weekends I was not on campus. So I missed my first 4 Friday classes because we were gone every single weekend to a tournament. So it is super duper duper time consuming. But the school that I'm playing at right now, they do really focus on the student part as well as the athlete. That being said, our coaches are a little bit more flexible. They really care about us as human beings, not just as athletes. Not saying the first school didn't care about us, but they are more intentional about giving us time off and all that. But it really kind of depends on what level you're playing at. So if you do choose a school and you want to play at the most competitive level, it's most likely going to be volleyball and no life, or you choose to play at a little less competitive level and you get to have volleyball and a life. So I don't know if that makes sense, but long story short, it is very time consuming. Another very important thing I wish I knew before I became a college athlete was time management is key. And I've always been fairly good at managing my time, but when it comes to college, it's a lot different because you are in control of your schedule. So in high school, you had to go to school from this time to this time and then you have practice. But in college, you kind of get to choose when to have classes and when to do homework and all that. But with that comes just like this freedom. And if you choose to just be lazy and not get things done, the work just kind of piles up. So if you really want to be able to get good grades and play the sport that you love, you really have to manage your time very strictly so you actually have time to do homework. And one of my biggest pet peeves was doing homework in the hotel rooms. I hated traveling for volleyball for the weekend and having to do my homework in the hotel room. I just hated that so much because when I got to the hotel, I just wanted to relax and get ready for a game day. So I would always do my best to prepare ahead of time, so I always had my homework done before traveling for the weekend. But that does take a lot of dedication. It does take very good time management skills. Another thing I really wish I knew before I became a college athlete was just how draining it was going to be, both mentally and physically. So I remember my senior year of high school, I was like, I just can't wait to go to college and play volleyball. Like, I can't see how this could ever turn out to be a bad thing. This is going to be so much fun. And I got to my freshman year, and first month it was fine. I was getting to play the game that I love and everything, but then slowly I was like, wow, this just takes a lot. You're putting so much on your body. First of all, you are pushing your body to the limit, but you're also trying to adjust to a new lifestyle, to a new atmosphere, and on top of that, you have a game taking up like a lot of your time, and so you really don't have time to connect with others. And you can also be surrounded with teammates who aren't super loving and caring. I personally did have amazing teammates. Some of my best friends for life are the girls I became friends with my freshman year of college. Shout out to Mo, Shelby, and Hannah. But if it wasn't for those girls, I honestly don't know how I would have made it through that season. It was rough. It was mentally draining. Just so much went on that season, and I just really never thought that would be possible. I just thought, oh, this is gonna be fun and great, and yes, it was fun in a way, but it was also very draining. So just keep that in mind. Another thing to really keep in mind before you become a college athlete is that nothing is promised to you. And I know this is shocking to a lot of us, but when the coaches are recruiting us, they want to say the right things to get us to come to the school. They want you to come to play for them. However, they're going to say things that sound good to you but aren't necessarily true. So they might promise you to be the next outside hitter and all that, and then you get there and that's not really reality. So just kind of keep that in mind. Just because you were a phenomenal athlete in high school, it does not mean you are going to walk right into college and earn a spot on the team. And it's not necessarily because you're not good enough, but those other girls who were there before you are kind of experienced. They've kind of played at that level, and no matter what sport you're playing, the difference between high school and college is just crazy. So at the end of the day, unless you adjust super quickly, the coach is going to feel more comfortable keeping that older player on the court than putting you, who isn't as experienced, on the court right off the bat. So just remember, nothing is promised, and you do need to work hard for your position. Okay, so this next one is going to be a little deep. So before I move on, I wanted to just remind you, if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up, and then subscribe to my channel so you're notified every time I post more videos like this. Also, if you are a student athlete, I would love to know what sport you play, so comment down below and let me know, and then you can also let me know what school you go to. But moving on to the next thing I wish I knew before I became a college athlete, and that is, I wish I knew it was normal to transfer schools. So I remember when I first started thinking like, man, I don't know if I could stay at this school for 4 more years or 3 more years after my freshman year. But I was like, but I can't transfer. I feel like that just kind of made me feel like I was quitting in a way. I wasn't quitting on the team or anything, but I just wish I knew it was normal to want to transfer, and it's okay to change your mind about what you want out of your college experience. So after my freshman year of volleyball at my previous school, I realized I didn't want volleyball to take up all of my time in college, because I really wanted to have time to do more, create a YouTube channel like this, and do more with my life. And I just wish I knew, committing to my first college, that it would have been okay to transfer if the school wasn't a good fit. But I did end up transferring, and it did work out, but I think deep down I still kind of felt like I was kind of a failure for wanting to transfer, if that makes sense. So if you are a student athlete and you are thinking you want to play in college, don't feel like you have to stick to that college. It's okay to transfer. It's okay to move on and want something else out of your life. And the very last thing I wish I knew before I became a college athlete was that I really wish I understood the importance of there's more to life than the sport that we're playing. And I've always kind of, I've heard those things being said. But when you're younger and your biggest goal is to play at the college level, your whole life kind of becomes centered around the game, and you kind of forget to think about your life outside of the game. So one of the reasons I really decided to transfer from the first school I was at was I realized that school wasn't really going to help me and shape me into the person I wanted to become outside of college, outside of my sports. So I knew I wasn't going to go play professional or anything. I was only going to play in college. But while I was in college, I really wanted to grow into the person I wanted to become after college. And that was really one of the reasons I decided to transfer, is because I knew the school that I'm at currently was going to be better for me, for my future. So just really understand there is more to life than the sports we play. And I know that's really hard to keep in mind whenever we are in the mindset of, oh, I gotta work super hard to play at that dream college of mine. But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, are you going to be satisfied with yourself after you are done with your sport career? But that is all for today. I hope this video was helpful and just kind of, helped you avoid the mistakes that I made. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Just leave a comment down below. And also don't forget to check out the other videos I mentioned in the beginning of the video. You can always contact me on Instagram. My Instagram is Karis Horton. I will just link it in the description down below for you all. But yeah, that is all I have for today. And until next time, bye.